Joining me now from central London is Raoul Ruparel, who's head of economic analysis at Open Europe. It's great to have you with us. So you've seen the reaction there, both from the stock market and indeed the ratings agencies as well. They appear to be taking the threat of sanctions very seriously.
Yes, well, I think a lot of people are expecting a bit of an escalation in the sanctions. Obviously, they've been put on wider individuals, higher net worth individuals, and the US has targeted even a bank. But there are talks ongoing of what will happen if the situation escalates. And I think the signing of the association agreement, which many believe could further anger Putin and encourage him to retaliate, has possibly worsened the situation and raised the prospect of deeper economic sanctions. And this will be an ongoing thing. And I think there's a lot of uncertainty around, and markets will continue to be concerned about what could be coming down the road, not least because Putin is sometimes unpredictable, and that amount of uncertainty is never good for markets.
Indeed, as we speak, actually, at the moment, Raoul, Putin is saying that he vows to protect Bank Russia, which is one of these banks that sanctions have been taken out against, saying they had nothing to do with the events in Crimea. So he's clearly in fighting mode here.
Very much so, and I think that is one of the risks with these sanctions. While they can have some impact, it's not as if Russia does not have any retaliative moves. It can continue to protect its own investments. It can hit back with possible sanctions of its own. It could even move into sanctions on the energy market, which obviously has a huge sway over, and it could move for further military or political action on Eastern European borders. So I think there are lots of actions which Russia can take, and I think Europe has to be very careful in its sanctions and in who it's targeting, so that it doesn't encourage Russia to make some unpredictable or unneeded moves.
Indeed, as you say, I mean, of course, there is that dependence on, in particular, gas from Russia. But at the same time, or as we're speaking now as well, the German Economic Ministry spokesperson has also said that at the moment, no defence-related exports to Russia are being approved. So you were talking about there about the need to be careful in the targeting of these sanctions. Are they going about it the right way?
Well, it is a very tricky approach. I think that the individual sanctions are the right first step, and they can have some impact if they target the right people. At the moment, I think they are very low level and on officials mostly. But I think if you move them to higher net worth individuals, those that have impacts on Putin, then that could have some influence over him. I think the next stage will be what Germany is suggesting there, some targeted actions on certain sectors. There are sectors which Russia is reliant on external trade for, such as machinery, such as transport goods, such as certain chemicals and medicines. And so targeting those specific areas could give it greater leverage while not disrupting the wider markets, in particular the energy market.